another week. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? So, back in the garage for another week, and today is gonna be pretty interesting. Let's just throw that there actually, because we're gonna be doing aluminum. So, today we're gonna try to learn, we're back with the TIG welder, and we're gonna try to learn how to TIG weld some aluminum. That was one of the big reasons why I bought this unit, is because there is the capability to do it. Not every welder can do it, so that's a really good thing. And basically the reason for that is that today, even this morning, because I would like that to be done this morning, we're gonna aim at finishing modifying our front cover. So what do we need to do on that little cover here? Well, I just bought these bongs from a company that has a really nice packaging for being the the lowest price on the market, to be fair. Well, obviously we're gonna weld, obviously, but basically what we are doing is adding that here to the front cover. So reason for that is quite simple. We are planning on going turbo, and basically when you have a turbo setup, what you need to keep in mind is that you have a lubricant, which is engine oil, going inside the turbo to lubricate it. In our case, it's also acting as a cooling method for the turbo. Some turbos are also using Prestone, so the coolant, but in our case we are cooling it with also the lubricant, which is the engine oil, and we have to at some point let the oil flow back to the oil pan. So you have a small size, so a -4AN fitting on top of the turbo that's gonna be under pressure to spray oil on top of the bearings inside there. But underneath the turbo, you're gonna have a drain which is 10AN, so way bigger, that just by gravity is gonna let the oil flow back to the oil pan. With that being said, that means, keep in mind, the return on the engine needs to be lower than the actual output for the oil on the turbo, because you want gravity to do the work. Otherwise you will need to actually use a little sump pump to just push it back up. So yeah, nailed it. Hey. So here we go, the bung. And what we're aiming for is adding that on the front cover right here. So I'm still unsure if I'm doing that this way and welding on top, or if I'm actually trying to push that through. But just looking at it, I feel like it's gonna be easier on this side because the surface is a little bit more even and everything. So sadly we're gonna have some ugly welds on the outside. If I make them ugly, maybe not. But yeah, I won't believe that too much. So basically we're gonna have welds here, but yeah, you can see how the bung is made. So we have that big ring at the bottom here, so that one here, that we're gonna be using to be to weld actually to that cover. So we have aluminum, and yeah, so first of all, well, we need to practice and learn how to do that. So this is the project, but first of all, I bought just a plate of aluminum 1/8, which is thick enough for us to practice, but similar enough to what we're gonna be welding to, so that we can basically see just the way the fitting is. Yeah, from the outside. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like it is supposed to be like that, but I know some people basically make a hole a little bit bigger and just go and weld the ring from the inside, just so it's looking great on the outside. But yeah, the way the fitting is intended to be welded to, it is from the outside, yeah. So basically we're gonna be cutting that in a few different parts, and we're just going to basically practice, because this is going to give us a little benchmark of what we need for the setting on the welder. One thing I'm looking forward is that this is pretty much the same thickness as the side of our fitting. Yep, we even have a little bit more material. No, pretty much the same. So the ring we're gonna be welding is also 1/8. I will say the weight seems similar. Like this is super light, this is really, really light. So pretty sure it is basically the same kind of aluminum. But that thing there, this is cast aluminum, and this one I'm pretty sure is a bit different. So I'm really looking forward to see how that's gonna work in the end. What I've learned so far looking on the internet, talking to people, hello Jeff, is that you really need to clean. And I mean, we were talking about that, Jeff, just last night, but even like in the last few years, everybody I've heard talking about welding aluminum, for some people it is a nightmare. And I feel like it's because they are the people that don't take time to actually properly clean everything, make sure everything is in great shape and all that. So we're gonna make sure we are cleaning everything here, starting with that. Then we're gonna clean the place we wanna weld at, make sure we have the right size drill bit and everything, and do all that. Hey, mais oui, ça va et toi-même? Bienvenue, bienvenue. Let's go! First time chat, bienvenue sur le channel. J'espère que ça va très bien de ton côté. So yeah, so basically we're gonna do that crazy thing. People, just to make the weld even smoother, they are cleaning not only the part they are going to weld, but also their filling rod. So we're gonna do that. Apparently it's helping to just go ahead and clean the actual filling rod. Not that they are supposed to have any like problem or anything, but just good practice to make sure everything's clean. Because basically the biggest thing with aluminum is that they take the heat and they release the heat super well. They are really good transmitter, I will say. Like basically you can heat them up, but they can cool down really fast. So giving with that said, basically having the welder do its job properly, you won't accumulate the heat just like in some milled steel and stuff like that. But also the fusion point of aluminum is quite low. It's under 1,000 degrees from what I remember, which means you will take a bit of time to heat that up, then it's gonna get heated up and want to melt right away. And then when you release the TIG welder, it's gonna cool down instantly. So you cannot really go ahead and have like, you can have multiple pass, but you won't be keeping that heat for the next pass you're doing. So that's a big thing. Dealing with the heat in that might be something challenging. So we'll see about that. Mais bien sûr que ça va, man. Bienvenue, Idris. Bienvenue dans le garage. Fait que ce matin, je viens de restarter la semaine sur ce projet de fou qu'on est en train de faire. Basically, à côté de moi, en dehors de l'écran, juste là, il y a un moteur. On peut le voir, en fait, dual side. Papa, fait que le moteur qu'on est en train de réassembler cette semaine et justement aujourd'hui au fond c'est ce que j'expliquais, on va être en train de modifier le panneau frontal du moteur en soi pour rajouter une plug qui va juste venir ici pour accueillir l'huile du turbo. Fait que on est en train de modifier en vue du setup turbo qu'on va faire sur cette petite bête. Front cam. So what are we going to need this morning? Well, first of all, brand new tungsten, because you don't want to use the same tungsten you were using for steel when going to aluminum. Contamination is a thing. Basically, small particles stayed on the tungsten I was using to weld steel. So now we're gonna move to a brand new one. This one here is the same as what we had. And basically the gray tungsten can do pretty much everything, so that's pretty cool. I listened to the guys and bought some smaller gloves to have more dexterity, and Scotch-Brite's gonna be our friend to clean everything up basically, and also mineral spirits to just basically degrease the pieces before actually going on and welding. So let me switch back to French. Idris, Non, ce n'est pas une Mustang, c'est la compétition japonaise de la Mustang dans les années 70. Laisse-moi te montrer. Ma voiture, au fond, c'est une Datsun 1979 280 ZX. Je vais aller te chercher un petit screenshot. Petite photo prise il y a quelques années au moment de sa gloire et qui n'a jamais eu de gloire parce que la voiture, au fond, ça fait 10 ans que je la possède. Elle a jamais bien fonctionné. Fait que c'est un projet de longue date, c'est ce qu'on va dire, mais qu'on est en train de réaliser en un an parce que j'ai décidé que YOLO! There you go. Donc, voici la voiture qui est derrière moi, c'est exactement elle de la photo. Datsun 1979 280 ZX avec environ 140 000 km. Dès que je l'ai acheté, il y a 10 ans, il y avait un V8 de Buick des années 80 dedans qui était une pure merde, mais vraiment une merde profonde. Et j'ai beau avoir essayé de le rendre fonctionnel puis fiable, ça n'a jamais bien été. Donc, au final, j'ai décidé d'attendre, d'accumuler plus d'argent, plus de pièces, plus de choses pour le projet. Et aujourd'hui, on est en train de réaliser au fond un swap moteur complet pour un V8 2003 qu'on va monter turbo. On convertit de automatique à manuel. Et également, on a un setup de suspension complètement custom au complet, plus frein, big brake au fond Willwood, coilovers, vraiment la totale. C'est basically, mécaniquement parlant, il va rester seulement le différentiel de Datsun, puis même lui reçoit un upgrade. Fait que, comparativement à la mécanique d'origine, il n'y aura plus rien d'origine. Fait que, gros projet. Gros projet. Alright guys, let's dive straight into that. So I'm going to start first by just going ahead and cutting that in multiple pieces. I think I'm going to cut it in like 4 different thing, so just 4 different stick, and then we're gonna see what we're doing with that. I'm thinking about starting by welding a pass on 2 on the length, then maybe putting that one vertically and just see how it reacts, because basically when you think of it, we're gonna be kind of vertically on that. That top lip's gonna be sitting on top of the cover, and that's what we're going to melt. That's gonna help us actually, because not being edge to edge, that's gonna help to have a little bit of thickness in between the 2 parts we're gonna be welding. So that's gonna be a plus. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Buffer, it's over there. So I'm just gonna approximate a cut. Nothing needs to be perfect in here, so that's just for practice. Dual side. Loud noise. Ok, on est prêt? Alright Jeff, t'as le droit de mettre au chat live là si tu veux, parce que c'était clairement pas la bonne façon de le couper. Loud noise. All right, so there we go. We have a few pieces of aluminum ready to get welded. Some are smaller a little bit, some are longer. So basically the idea here this morning is probably going to be something like welding those 2 together like this, and then probably moving to one like that or something, and just, yeah, go ahead, practice maybe 2 of them like this actually, and then add another one on top here. We'll see how it's going and how we feel like doing that. But yeah, maybe I could cut that to actually be a bit similar. Just have another one right here that will be not bad at all. All right, let me cut that. Loud noise. Good, good, good. Donc, à partir de là, au fond, on va pouvoir tout simplement commencer à se diriger vers le cleanup. So we're gonna start moving on to the cleanup right now. So I'm gonna put that away because that's gonna be a little bit later, and I don't want to put a lot of schmutz on it. And yeah, so there we go. So I'm gonna grab something to clean the edges and stuff like that. Then we're gonna just go ahead, use the Scotch-Brite, and then clean them up once and for all. So let's do that. I don't know if I could use actually that. That could be nice. All right, let's try to bring that with us. All right, ciao, bye. I'm gonna try to use our unit here for once. So I realized I did a bit of a wrong adjustment on it the other day when we were using that belt sander. So we're gonna try to make that a bit better this morning. I'm gonna see how it's going. The cam is not straight at all. There we go. So from there, let's just start and bring some actual electricity over there. Where's my extension? It's here. Let's go on the workbench. I need to take care. There's engine oil on the ground, and I don't really want to be walking on that because it's not feeling great after that under the shoes. There we go. Gotta put the gloves straight away. Je pense qu'on a perdu Idris. C'est pas une Mustang, c'est pas assez cool. Je rigole, Idris, c'était toujours là. All right, let's go. So I'm just going to be basically smoothing the edges on that, and after that we're gonna see how it's going. So let's go. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, so basically we just cleaned all the edges of our plates where we cut and everything so that we have something quite clean. Now, one thing I want to try also is that I've seen plenty of people when they are basically welding those kind of things, adding a bevel in between so that the material is basically getting a bit more deep in that. I think aluminum you don't really have to, but I'm just going to try it with maybe that small piece right here so that we can basically just try at some point to weld that and have a bevel to see how it reacts. So that's just going to be a test. So I'm gonna do that. Loud noise. Loud noise. There we go. So basically, I don't know if you can see the difference. Let me put two next to each other. So basically, there's already a small bevel on the thing, but I just made it a bit bigger here. So we're gonna see how this is reacting. I'm guessing it's gonna be easier to go through, but at the same time might make a weld that is a bit stronger this way, because when I'm adding the filling rod, basically it's gonna melt straight. The puddle's gonna go straight into the bevel there and basically fill everything and make it a bit smoother. So that's what I'm guessing here, while here the bead's gonna stay a little bit more on the surface. But hey, we're gonna test it and see how it is going. So the idea, I think, will be to just practice on these like that and then add one vertically at the end just to see how it's doing. And I'm gonna start by just welding those two first. So let's just go ahead and start preparing all that. I hope I didn't put aluminum in my coffee. Nope, seems good. All right. So from now on, let's brush. So this is probably the part that is a bit longer for aluminum preparation. Basically, we're gonna try to remove all the metalness from it and make it super clean. So we just want to remove the top layer, because basically what's protecting the aluminum is a slight layer, a slight coat on top of it. Just like on steel, you're gonna have often a little oily surface. Well, here it's a small layer of, I don't know exactly what, but I know the theory behind that is that protection layer on top of the aluminum is melting at higher degrees than the aluminum itself. So that means to get through that first layer, you need to put more heat, but at the second you are going through, you already have too much heat for what's underneath your raw aluminum. So that's the big problem when welding that, and basically that's where it's getting a bit hard to manage. So that's why a good cleanup is super important. Front cam. So there won't be a lot of action on that table for the next minutes or two, because basically we're gonna try to make sure it is clean AF. go ahead and make sure we don't have any oily residue on top, because there's years of usage on that top cover, so that's gonna be something a bit harder, I think. All right, thanks, Jeff. By the way, yeah, there you go. So basically what I was saying is that we're cleaning everything because there's a top layer of protection on aluminum, just like you have that oily layer on steel. And I don't know exactly what it is or anything, but what I understand from it is that that protective layer on top here that prevents oxidation on top basically is melting and burning at a higher temp than the aluminum itself. So here, if I was to try to weld on top of that, impurity and also that top layer will make it so I need to put more heat to go through, but once I'm going through, I have too much heat and go straight through the raw aluminum itself. So that's why you're cleaning that and using like the Scotch-Brite and stuff like that to make it super clean, just like on that side here, so that you're gonna start straight on raw aluminum. So that's the idea from what I've understood. So yeah, front cam. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've learned on the internet. Because basically any impurity inside an aluminum weld and just inside aluminum itself makes it really unstable. You want me to do that on your aluminum stick, right? Daddy, chill. All right, is it better like this? Not really. Trying not to make subjective. Please no clip. I can delete the clip if it's looking too bad. Alright, that will be two. Then we're gonna wash that with basically the mineral spirit, dry it, and make sure everything's ready to get welded. 18 plus stream, brushing that aluminum stick like crazy. The new Robocop 18 plus movie. Let's go. Just need to clean everything. I don't know to which point I need to brush it. So I think I'm going a bit overkill right now because I really want that to be clean and have the best chance for welding. And I think I'm gonna do the same on the cover just because I really, really, really want to make sure we're gonna be gravy with that. Gonna do all of them straight away, then we're gonna start welding Well, actually, we're gonna clean a filler rod too, and then we're gonna start welding. I don't want to be stopping in between welds, because we're gonna have to adjust the welder also. And what's fun is that the actual material I've picked up for practicing, like I said, is similar to what we're gonna be welding, I feel like. So that's gonna really help us setting the welder even before starting on the cover itself. So the idea is gonna be to weld and to basically create the puddle on top of the bung, the part we are adding, and meld that to the cover. So this way we have less chance of going through the cover, knowing that if we fucked up on the cover, it's gonna cost another $200 on top of everything for the actual engine. And I've already bought some new engine part this week. I'm gonna tell you all about that probably on Thursday, because I'm gonna grab them on Wednesday night at a friend's house. My friend with a Corvette. He came here this weekend, brought me my top plate back so I can lift the engine from the support. We had a chat, and he decided to upgrade one thing that I didn't do on my side, because I didn't want to go roller with some roller rocker, and he decided to upgrade that, and basically had a full kit of rocker and upgraded Tronian thing that we bought last week basically, so I can still return them. He made it almost half price of what it costs, actually half price of what it costs to me. So and it only has 400 kilometers on it. So we're gonna be upgrading with brand new GM Performance rocker and the best bronze Tronian upgrade on the market right now, which was not what we bought actually. So basically a full-on upgrade for half the price. So we're taking that. I was hesitating a little bit, but in the end, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's brand new, half the price, and it is something that mine has some like some wear mark on it. So not like dramatic wear mark, but there is still wear marks. So better be safe than sorry. We're gonna change that. All right. Last one. Let's make it clean. Can't wait to see how it's gonna turn out, those aluminum welding. Because I feel like I might like it actually. It seems satisfying, the way it melts and everything, the aluminum. I don't know if I'm gonna prefer that to steel. I don't think so, because steel you have a bit more of a mistake margin, basically, like you can go a bit further. That it's not going to be, it's gonna be more accurate, need more accuracy I think. But hey, we'll see. Oh, my hand, man. Not 20 years old anymore, they are getting tired. That sounds so weird. Don't listen to that, Jeff. Keep working. All right, there we go. Everything's done. Gonna keep that here because we need to also just do quickly a little filling rod. Let's take one straight away. That's really an 18 plus stream this morning. I'm seeing so much bad shit. There we go. Oh, compared to this the steel filling rod, these are so, like, I would say smooth, not smooth, but like weak. They bend at nothing. Like you just grab that and you can see it bend basically. All right. So far, I really like the gloves. They are really cool. Let's clean that stick there. There we go. So I just cleaned like half of it, 3/4 of it, because basically I don't think we're gonna go really further than that for now. I think. I have no clue. And now let me grab blue towels with mineral spirit and just wash my little parts there. There we go. Grab the mineral here. We're just going to go like so. So yeah, we can see that there was schmutz in there, so that's just going to help us make something cleaner. Also, I'm gonna try not to put that in a way that they are getting dirty on the bench. I need to basically try to just clean the bench too. What's fun is at least we're gonna work with brand new materials, so technically that should help getting a good adjustment of the welder, make sure everything's going great. Like if you start on old ass material to learn a new technique, you're gonna have a rough time, that's for sure. There we go, and now the rod. There we go. Boom. That was dirty, so that's why you're doing all that. Now let's just switch that, flip the side. Bam, 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 and just clean where we're gonna be actually welding so we don't have contamination there. Hopefully it won't matter the fact that I'm on raw steel there. Ooh, that was dirty. I'm gonna try to basically ground straight onto some aluminum parts and not on the steel, because I don't know how it reacts the fact we're going in AC. Jeff, are you still listening right now? Or are you working? Probably working, because that's a good question. I don't know the answer actually. Right now, yeah, okay, so basically, since I'm welding aluminum, can I ground to my steel table? Because I'm going in AC, so that means we're not using the same process. Can you ground to a steel table, and is it okay to weld from a raw steel table for AC and aluminum? I'm guessing so, but I don't know how it's gonna react. Because basically, dual side. There you go. So you know my table I just removed paint from, like I have a grounding spot on the side here. Can I just put my ground there, or should I be on the aluminum itself? Not sure it's supposed to be good, you're not welding them together. Yeah, okay, that's it. So the current's gonna go through the table, but it's not going to be a problem in itself, because the weld is happening on the actual aluminum surface. Perfect, that sounds like logical. We're gonna try. What could happen? Melting a tungsten? Already been there. Here we go. So. Front cam. So now it's gonna be time to bring our torch, remove the tungsten from there, prepare our pedal. So we're gonna do that, removing the tungsten for steel. Okay, yeah, perfect. Sounds good. Makes sense. Thank you. Alright, so let's open up our brand new tungsten package. So, fun fact for those in Quebec or the area, Princess Auto has the filling rod for really cheap compared to Air Canada. So, just saying. Don't know if the quality is going to be up there, but they seem to have a really good price for all those things. Right, how are you opening up? I'm guessing from top. Oh no, you're sliding. Hey, hey. So we're gonna take the first one on the side here. Dual side. Dual side. Brand new tungsten, that's awesome. That's just to give you an idea, they were the same thing, by the way. So it's just because we melted that one so many times at first trying to make something good, and then after that just trying to basically make something work. So yeah, that's what happened. So that tungsten staying on top there for now. Let's bring the pedal. Oh yeah, and now we're gonna have some problem with the butt and everything like last time, because basically we are going to do some TIG welding and it seems like it's rough on the electricity in the garage. So we're gonna see how it behaves this morning, but we might have some funny moment. So that, let's say that am I going to be able to pom 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 pom. Perfect. We're not using poles this morning. We're gonna try with the basics. So we'll see how it is going. So that here, that there. We'll remove that because we don't need those for now. Gonna bring the drill. We're gonna sharpen up our tungsten right away. So just like we used to do. Not really straight, but yeah, so basically we're gonna sharpen that on the tungsten wheel here, which is the one we have used so far. So right in there, gonna sharpen that quite nicely, and no worries, work with them a lot, so perfect. All right, so let's go, let's try that. Loud noise. Loud noise. So now our tungsten is quite sharp. Gonna throw that in there. Just about that. So we just have our nozzle, our tip going out like this. So that seems pretty good. So for a flat surface should be plenty. So we're gonna take a look here. So everything's super flush, no big gap or anything. So I think we're gonna be good to try. I think we're getting there. So I'm gonna need my welding helmet, opening the gas, and actually no, we're not good to go. Let's take a look. We need to set up all that. So welder side, what's up with that? I'm gonna turn up the heat in the meantime because we need, we're gonna be removing that for a while. So there we go. So basically on here, what's going to happen, it's not really anything crazy. Let me just move that a little bit. There you go, so you can see really well. Basically we have our welding current. From what I've read, for 1/8 of an inch, around 100 to 120 amps gonna be the target. Right now I feel like edge to edge 100 should be good, just like I feel like in the cover it's gonna be that, if I'm looking at the different videos I had. Here we have our setting from the last time when we use it for the actual steel and fuel tank we did. So the big difference is going to be that button here that we switch to AC. So instead of being in DC current, we're gonna go in AC. This is the way you weld aluminum. And here the frequency from 40 to 200 hertz is going to work a lot on the width of your not the electrode, but basically the arc. So the width of your arc is going to be mostly controlled here, and also the balance. So the guy I was looking at, he was pretty much going with 1/3 on each. I think that one he was putting a little bit less, and that one he was at first at half, but then moved back a little bit. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're gonna see how that reacts. I might just take another look at the video. Basically, first two here, last two here, we don't need that at all. We can just switch them off. Welding current's gonna adjust that. We stay in two times and not 4 times here. Here nothing's gonna be used at all because the pulse is off, and it's mostly the pulse flow that we're gonna go at around 5 seconds, and the pre-flow we're gonna go a little bit higher here. So these ones we don't use that. The upslope we're not using, and current downslope nothing. And here the base current, we're gonna put that I guess that here. So there we go. So basically I don't think that one is used at all anyway, because we haven't activated anything. But yeah, so basically mostly the pre-flow and the post-flow are going to be what we're looking at. So basically I'm gonna take a look at the video again just to make sure I'm not saying any shit, but the guy had the exact same welder and welded some 1/8 aluminum too, so that's pretty cool. I feel like it's gonna be a good baseline for us. So let's take a look at this. Front cam. Hey, there we go. At least we were not all that time into loud noise. That's an improvement. Let's go. All right, so let me just find it. So youtube.com. I wanted to see, it was aluminum welding prime weld 225. Matthew, I want to find that guy again. I think it was that guy. I think so. Yeah. All right, let me show you that, guys. So he wants to do a project for that. Oh yeah, that one doesn't matter. It's the two there. So he's putting them at half, both of them. This is the final settings. he went lower on the hertz there. And he said he's going basically to 100 towards the end. He reduced. So basically we're gonna just copy paste his setting here. So remove your thumb please, sir. All right, so pretty much same thing here, 1/3, 1/3. Here we can see the pre-flow is a little bit lower, and the post-flow there's almost none. So we're gonna probably keep a bit of pre-flow on our side, but we're gonna pretty much copy everything here. So let me switch back to that. So we're gonna go ahead and basically 1/3, 1/3, just like he has, and here that, and we're gonna keep a little bit of post flow there. So there we go. Maybe, oh, he probably turned it down because it's on 15 seconds. So if you're half, it's like 7 seconds of waiting. So which is maybe way overkill. So pretty much starting at half here, we're gonna see anyway that one right here. We're gonna aim for 100, and this is our base setting we're gonna use because the guy, like I said, he's doing pretty much on the same thickness and everything as us. And if you want to see what it's giving him, oh, we see his, all right, yeah, see 1/3, 1/3, just a little bit higher than the notch. Pretty much what we have right now. Yeah, the post flow, he's none. And you can see the heat, he's managing that with that's pretty cool what he did. If you want to see his welds, he's showing them there. Yeah, he doesn't show that from really, really close. Looking great what he did. That's pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. So, oh, I was not even sharing screen. Lol. My God, this morning I'm so broken. All right, so there we go. If you want to see what it's giving. There we go. So this is pretty much the welds we're looking for. We can't see them super well, but basically they look quite nice, quite in place and everything. So yeah, there we go. That's what we're aiming for. So let's go. We can close all that. Yes. I can bring you back here. Yes. There we go. Let's go. I need a coffee sip first. So, one thing to note, some people says it's good to preheat the aluminum. On our side, we won't do that. Apparently for smaller thickness, you don't really have to. And everyone who did a modification to front cover said do not preheat it at all. Just go straight with welding. So there we go. So we're gonna open up our gas bottle. Gonna take our welding mask because that's quite important. Test that we have batteries in it. Yep, and it's not indicating a low battery, so that's pretty cool. And here we're gonna start plugging that. So we're gonna go straight ahead and probably start right with those two sticks, just to see how it reacts, if we have anything wrong with it or anything that seems out of place. So that's gonna be a really good start. Dual side. There we go. So basically here, I'm gonna start with those two sticks here and just take a look at how they react together. See if we can get, I'm gonna start at the end here, but not on the edge. So it's gonna be easier a little bit for me. And yeah. I mean, from there, we're just going to adjust and see how it's going, right? A bit stressful to do something different. The crazy thing is the sound. The sound of welding steel versus welding in AC for aluminum is so different. It's weird. All right, let me turn on the machine. Hundred amps. Whew. Let's go. Can we do that? So, guys, as we know, we might have a weird thing happening with the stream. We might just have the butt getting fucked up. We don't know. We will see. It's gonna be a test, but I have no clue how that's gonna be working out. So stay with me. If for any reason we get a problem with the stream, I'm gonna be back in a few minutes, okay? So just keep that in mind. So everything seems good. We are in AC. Everything's in place. We're gonna lower the pulse flow a little bit because he had almost none. Time to try that, baby. Shutting the helmet. Gonna try to get that cable a little bit better. There we go. Ah, it's almost there, but not yet. All right. There we go, guys. Nope, that cable on my shoulder is not feeling great. Just gonna do that. Boom. That's better. Whew. All right, guys, there we go. All right, something's not working, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is. We melted a little bit the tungsten. Let me guess, we're gonna have to invert positive and negative. Let's take a look at this guy's stuff. You wanna bet? Because that sounds weird AF. Hey, the stream's still up. So, it melted, just not the way we were expecting it to melt. So we're gonna see. For real? All right, I'm gonna put the low, the loud filter then. Good to know. All right, let me check the guy thingy there. Oh, I closed the window, of course. The miss. All right, there we go. Of course it is.
Welcome back to the channel. You're not using a primer?
No. Is he? That's the control pedal. What is that one? That's the gas. So he's having left side there. No, that seems okay. Gotta make sure.
See here, it turned out really nice.
No, he's in the same place. All right, we're gonna retry our things there and see what's going on. All right. All right, all right, all right. Oh well, that's why we're practicing. Boom, 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 boom. So we're gonna sharpen our tungsten. It seems like a deja vu on this. Oh, let's sharpen the tungsten all over again. Just like we melted it. We didn't melted the thing as much as we did the first time, but still it's not in great condition, so let's do that again. Loud noise. Loud noise. Oh yeah, now the but's not going to work at all, because for some reason when we're using that thing there, it breaks the butt, so I just need to relaunch the butt again. It breaks the voice control only. Yep, d'après moi c'est ça, Jeff. Je vais utiliser le centre que lui a pas été contaminé. Je suis presque sûr que c'est ça. J'y ai pensé. Alright. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, sorry, I thought it was unmuted. But basically, what Jeff just said is that our tungsten might have been contaminated by the sharpening wheel we're using, which makes sense because I use that for steel. So basically, we're gonna go ahead. I just sharpen it at the center where it never saw any tungsten. But even that, it could still be contaminated. So we're gonna give it a try. If it works, GG. If it doesn't, we're gonna change the actual pad on the rotating wheel there and see how it's going. Then I think for now we're gonna give it another try and just see how it reacts. I'm gonna go a bit more at the center and we're just gonna try to see if we're getting something that makes sense. This time we're gonna go also in the loud noise filter just because we need to make, I just want for you that it's better because the AC noise seems to be a bit intense on stream. So let's go. Loud noise. Let's go! So that was the problem. We just got something pretty decent, I feel like. Honestly, I'm not sad at all with what I'm seeing here. Let me just remove the butt window. There, I'm gonna bring the mouse with me actually. That's gonna be helpful. Let's go, Jeff. If you're still listening, that's your moment to say something there. But there we go. First, all right, let me turn the light off. All right, I'm gonna try to show it. Front cam. Smooth like butter. Good penetration. We can see we almost went through. We have a pattern on the other end here, but it didn't blow a hole through it. For a first time, not too bad. I feel like it's wide a little bit. At first, where we started, it is a bit more on top. Then I was seeing the fact I was bringing heat with me, and it was getting deeper and deeper. It's really, really flush by the end there. It looks quite good, honestly. There we go. So this side here is the beginning, the other side is the end, so of the pass. So we can see that it is thicker towards the end, so we were melting a little bit more. There you go. All right, let's take a picture of that. Woo! We have a first ever welding pass on aluminum. Hey yo! Ay ya ya, ay ya, ay ya, ay ya. So our first ever aluminum pass. From under, I can show it to you. Good morning, Hawk. Hope you're doing great. We have a really calm stream this morning trying to learn how to make aluminum welding, which is a first for me. This is how it looks under. You can see the heat went through just a touch, but it didn't deform anything. Yeah, towards the end it was good, right? Because we just have a little pattern. At first it was not enough. Like from here to here it's not enough, but from here to the end it's pretty good. Nice. Nice. So the end is what we're aiming for. It makes sense. I will try a different setting a little bit. I want to see the guy, we're going to listen to the guy a little more, because he was explaining that frequency and balance, what they are doing, and one helps to have something a bit more narrow, but deeper, digging a little bit more into our surface. Oh, it's cold when there's no heat. Let's put the heater back for those minutes. Pump, pump, pump. Let's put the mouse. How was your morning so far, Hawk? Hope it was great. Mine was way better than yesterday. I feel like, whew, hey, that was my music. Oh, wow, now I have okay, yeah, skip those ads. Skip those. We have no time for that. Yeah, it's cold this morning, holy. So I wanted to look at that. The guy was explaining really, really well.
Up and down, which is about 120 hertz. That playing with this could widen or narrow your arm.
120. Hopefully that's viewable on that camera. So on this machine, straight up and down,
And then the next one would be AC balance. And this has to do kind of with the cleaning action and whatnot. And we're looking for 30% positive. So you want this to no fault. When it comes to aluminum welding is the AC frequency and AC balance. Those are the two factors you're going to probably...
I think I've got a bit of a cold. No! We got no time for that, Hawk. No, we have stuff to... Oh, except if you have sick days, that means if you have a cold and you need to take sick days, you're gonna feel better while taking a soup and playing turkey. Oh, you can like get a cold then. It was a diesel car, the engine was not happy. Oh yeah, sure. The sound was probably great though. Turkey soup. All right, let's keep listening to that.
Find the most people talk about. What actually I recommend you guys do before you just grab my settings and go weld, I think what you guys should do is grab some scrap steel, or aluminum in this case, and throw it on like 60 hertz. So the bottom here is 40. Throw down a bead or two, then go to here, throw down a couple beads, and then go here. Or even max it out, whatever. So try out all those different settings, and you'll immediately understand what the welder's doing. The higher the frequency, the tighter your arc will be. It'll penetrate deeper, but be less wide. Whereas if you turn it down, you'll notice that the arc will actually be wider. Anyway, so that's that, and then do the same.
Yeah, we're gonna try with a bit more
action,
frequency.
Set your machine at a minimum amount, run some passes, leave everything else constant, and then maybe go halfway and then full bore. And that might be a little too extreme for the cleaning action. I actually recommend maybe going like 20, 30, 50 or whatever. One of the biggest things with the cleaning action is if you turn it up, then you're going to get less penetration, because you're going to get what this really is the arc coming back, flowing the other way through your torch. And the higher this is, you'll actually notice your tungsten will fall up. So I might even run less than 30. If I'm getting a decent weld, I might even come down to 20-ish%. We'll
yeah, fair.
But anyway.
All right, we're gonna try first to just go ahead and put a little bit more frequency in there, so we get something a bit more narrow, but also more penetration right at first, and lower the throttle pedal after that if needed. So let's do this. All right, so you are okay there. Yes, yes, yes. Perfecto. Pom, 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 pom. Let's go. Pew. I wonder if Siphon is still sleeping right now. Going to bed at 4. That's crazy. That's nuts. All right, so far I have fun with aluminum. It's pretty nice to do. Let's try that again on brand new one. Seems like our cleanup was good also. I feel like the only thing I saw as as impurity is basically from the filler rod. I just saw that the filler rod was giving me a bit of like just small chunks in there, but it was no big deal. The way it melts though is really funny compared to the steel one. The steel one is like taking a long time to actually melt. This one is melting even before getting into the puddle. It's really funny, but I really like how it's going. Yep, exactly, Jeff. What I'm gonna do basically is test again with more frequency there, and then after that what I want to do is probably take that and try to weld a pass laying on top like that to see if there is gonna be deformation. Oh, great idea. All right, I'm gonna do a pass flat to just test the setting, but after that I'm gonna lift that on blocks and we're gonna test that. Yeah, great idea. Great idea there. All right, so I'm gonna test that from here to here, just a small one, then we're gonna test on the other end. Cool. GG. All right, let's connect that again. Whoop. Turning that on. And loud noise. All right, we're back with the butt and everything. Let's go, second one. Yeah, Jeff, a stand for the torch, that will be great, honestly. That will be so good. I need that. All right, so here at the end, I let the torch act a little bit too much at the end there, so I dig a little hole. It's not going through, but I dig a little hole here. So let me show that to you guys. Front cam. Front cam. Second pass. Pretty clean. I feel like the frequency was helping a lot. We got better penetration right at the start. So we're starting right here, about like half an inch in, and we have a penetration from an inch. So the first half inch on this side was not great, but after that it was pretty decent. Yeah, at the end, the right end there, I stayed too long there. Like I have a dimple in there. Like it's really a cavity and we're not looking for that. But yeah, I just stopped putting filler rod at the end there. But otherwise, it's smooth, it's uniform, it's really, really looking great. And penetration wise, hey, let's go. So that's quite sick, honestly. I'm really happy with that. Turns out great. Like, I feel like I can stay a little bit longer at first while it's starting to create the puddle, because we can see at the edge there, it's really like not as wide and anything. But yeah, as we move up, forget that here at the end. We are not talking about that. But yeah, let's put our finger like this. Let's focus on that. So basically, what I'm learning is that I can shut it down just straight away at the end and let the puzzle do its job. When I get to that point, I don't have to let the puddle fade out. All right, let's bring blocks of steel so that we can just put that on there and test it with a lifted setup, like in the air, and see if we can avoid deformation. All right, that's not the same height. I'm gonna grab another one there. There we go. Let's try to avoid deformation here. There we go. Dual side. There we go. So let me try to bring that. I don't know how the camera is gonna love that or not. But here we go. So that's what we're going to do right now. So the tungsten, how are you looking? Looking okay. We've seen better, we've seen worse. I'm gonna keep going with that one. Think it boiled up a little bit towards the end there. Just a touch too hot, but it seems to be looking still quite good. So we're gonna be okay with that, and we're gonna go this way from here, and we're gonna move our way up to here. So trying to meet up with that. We're gonna see if we're doing a full pass to meet up or not. Not sure yet, we'll see. All right, time to turn that on again. Welcome to everybody joining, by the way. Loud noise. Focus voice. Focus voice. All right, okay. All right, that one was funny. That was a good exercise, Jeff, by the way. Really good one. Basically here, I saw straight away when I was bringing way too much heat with me. You can see the pattern at the back here, and on top of that, well, you can also see there's a hole in there. So basically, we bring way too much heat there, and at the end, I was not able to put enough filler to cover that. I've been able from the middle here to the end there to just go ahead, put more filler rod and stuff, and that was working. I was just like, let's go fill that hole. But yeah, I was bringing way too much heat with me, so I'm gonna have to take a look at it. I feel like that here might be the frequency actually, so I'm gonna be moving the frequency back down a little bit to try to complete that pass there, but I'm pretty sure the frequency was a bit too high, because basically we haven't, like, I've put more frequencies which is supposed to narrow the welding puddle but go deeper, and we're pretty much the same width here than here, but we're going deeper already. So I'm gonna just come back a little bit on the frequency to try to keep the puddle a little bit more on top, just also knowing the fact that here we're practicing on the flat surface and everything, but basically when we're gonna be welding that, it's gonna be flat on flat, but we need to make sure we're not going through. We're looking for a good weld, but it's not structural weld. It's just to stick them together and avoid having a leak. So that's the only thing. So here we're gonna go back and give it another try. I don't know how I'm gonna tackle that down. I might just try to cover that hole first and then move on and go to the left side here. So let's go, let's try. Everything worked super well otherwise, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah. Loud noise. Loud noise. Oi. Loud noise. The butt can't hear shit with the welder. Loud noise. All right, so for those who don't know why it's taking so long after I finish welding to talk to you again, I need to reset my butt every damn time. It's the welding is messing for some reason with the vocal commands of the butt, so sorry for that. Here we got something decent-ish. Too much penetration this time, too much heat, so I'm gonna reduce the welding current to probably something like 90 amps, so just reducing by 10%, because basically, and that might be due to the fact that we were already having heat on the actual plate. We're gonna try again the same setup here, but on the top here being raised up, but we're gonna reduce the amp. So I was able to basically go ahead and close the hole we did on the previous one, but here at the end we see that it was getting deep, and here at the back most of the filler rod was going to this side basically. I mean, fusion is really good, penetration is really deep in there, but that's too much for what we're looking for on that front cover. Like I said, basically we want this effect here where it is welded together, but as a top layer, just a bit like glue. Yeah, I mean, this is full penetration, but this is too much for the cover. We don't need that much, basically. That's just too much. If it was structural, I will look at this and be like, oh shit, that's gonna be solid. But yeah. Oh my god. All right, Jeff. Hi, my name is Jeff. So we're gonna go ahead, put that aside, and we're gonna come in here and try to do the exact same thing right here and connect those two, but without having all the mess of going too deep in it. So let's go, let's try that again. So turning on the welder, loud noise. There we go. Okay. Vive les interférences. Yep. Welding is not cam friendly. There we go. So from here to here. Now what I've learned pretty much is that you want to finish with a bit of filler rod compared to steel, where you're basically waiting at the end a little bit. How would I say that? Here, it's shut down so I can do that. Basically here I'm going through and bringing my puddle with me, and I'm adding peut-être Jeff, je sais pas, je sais aucunement, faudrait tester. So basically I'm bringing the puddle with me and I'm adding quite a lot of filler rod, but compared to steel usually you end up putting a bit of filler rod, then washing it a little bit forward and stopping. Here we're always digging a little hole while doing that, so I feel like the best is to add a bit of filler rod and just stop right away after that, so you prevent yourself from having that little hole here at the end. So we're gonna test that for sure, but otherwise that one missing a bit of penetration on underneath here. Like we can see there's a blank in the middle, so I could have put more heat through that, but otherwise from the top side of it, I'm really happy on how it's looking. I feel like I had better control of the heat and everything. So that here, I'm pretty sure this will be perfect for the front cover. Like I said, yes, you want penetration, but for something that has no pressure, no nothing on it, I will be really happy with that because it's more aesthetic and just doing its job basically. So that's pretty cool. Yep. Like, to be fair, if I had to choose between that one and that one will be my choice. So a bit more penetration here. So I feel like I was not doing bad with the 100 amps because now I just reduce at 90 amps and reduce also the frequency. So I need to boost up either one of those. I'm gonna go back up a little bit with the frequency. We're gonna try that here. We're gonna avoid going back where it was melted there. Or actually, let me do something. We're gonna test that like this. Oh, see here we, oh no, that's where we're supposed to try with a bevel. So we're gonna go like this, like that, and we're gonna make another pass on that and test it. Yep, there's a small line, so I feel like there's contamination from the air underneath it, so I feel like there was too much of a gap. If you're looking at the back, there's a little more gap, so I feel like it's been contaminated with oxygen from behind. Yep, that weld is missing a penetration. Yep, the line, I can make it worse just by applying a bit of force on it. So that's gonna be something we're gonna have to look for, because I can crack a little bit the welding, so not enough penetration. All right, well, let's try that again here and make sure we're not getting that kind of line. Let's go practice. So t'avais zéro pen là-dessus. Okay, so basically we're gonna put back a little bit more frequency then. Loud noise. Non, 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 ça n'a pas brûlé, c'est juste j'ai senti que le gant il avait chaud un peu, fait que j'ai été voir, puis il y avait du rouge sur le coin, fait qu'on aurait dit du sang, mais je pense pas que c'est du sang. Mais on dirait vraiment du sang. Bref. Si t'es un bon prof, Cryo is asking if he's a good teacher. Honestly, yes. It's just basically it's not like I understand the basics, so it's not really teaching a lot. It's more having another advice if I'm looking at my welds the proper way. This one, satisfied-ish. Too much heat at the center. Corrected that at the end, forgot to add filler before stopping here, so I always do the same thing and dig a hole there. However, the weld is way better, no lines in it, and penetration is pretty decent on that one here. So we have a really, really good one. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Wait a sec, there we go. So really good, even a little bit too much penetration because we have a little bump there, but it's welded together, no more line or anything. So that one here is looking really, really that's looking really, really great. So here all the way through, I feel like, okay, I put it a bit more frequency in it, got a better penetration on it overall and everything, so that's cool. Only thing I would have to say is that at the first like the first inch here, I really had difficulties to get heat through it, so I feel like I need to put the amp a little bit higher but play a little bit more on my pedal instead. Yeah, exactly. So basically at the middle there, I had too much heat added to the welding. I haven't deformed the plate too much, so that's pretty cool. But we're gonna try that all over again over here. The only thing I'm afraid of is that I see some stuff there. Actually, we're gonna go on the other side. I don't wanna go on the contaminated part of it. We might not even try the bevel I did. We might just go and try one on top here like that after that, and then it's gonna be the moment of truth. But so far we're doing well, honestly. Like, it's fun, it's looking great. Well, great. For someone doing that for the first time, I feel like it's really decent. So yeah, let's go. Let's keep going. For our cover, we're gonna be probably sharpening the tungsten one more time. And yeah, actually, let me do that right away. I'm gonna sharpen that just to see how big of a difference it's gonna make, because it's rounded up a little bit right now. So we're gonna go back where we were on the wheel. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, yeah, exactly, Jeff. I've seen that too, and I've seen people hating that so much and everything, but I feel like it's really not that bad. I don't know how a welder doing that as a job can be like, no, I'm not doing that thing or that thing. Like, I don't know, I'm just here doing it because I'm willing to learn it, I guess. And so far it's been doing great. All right, something's blocking in there and I have no clue what. Let me take a look. Here, here. Here. There we go. I'm like, it's your job. Oh, what is the GTAW and FCAW also? I've read about that, but it's been a long time, so I can't remember. brand new tungsten. Let's try to do that corner there and see how we can manage the heat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have something decent for food stuff and things like that. For automotive and just my own stuff, it's doing great. But otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't hire myself for something like more higher quality, I would say. Like right now we're doing something that's working, but it's not looking bad, but it's not great, it's not consistent. Oh, okay, gas tungsten arc welding, fair. All right, loud noise. Loud noise. All right, so that one seems decent too. I feel like I released the heat pedal a little bit too much at the end. I can see a small crack in it in the center. So that one, I will try to probably do a second pass if I had to redo it. If I see that on the cover, we're gonna do a second pass for sure. But yeah, basically, so Jeff, you're right, I need more penetration a little bit. The crack is exactly where I didn't went all the way through at the back here section. So we can see there's an empty spot in the middle there. So we're gonna try, I'm gonna try to actually go ahead and make a second pass on top. I have no clue how it's gonna react, but we're gonna try it. And then our last warm-up welds, I would say, will be to go ahead and try to weld that here on top like that. So we're just gonna give it a try to weld something like in two direction there and see how it's reacting. So let's try that first. I'm gonna try to go ahead and do another pass on top here just to see how it's working or not. And yeah, let's just try that, because first part here for first time I had a really good penetration right at the beginning because I stayed there a bit longer. Then I think I was afraid to just have that go. No, I won't go vertically. I will just go putting that. Yeah, okay, yeah, basically putting that vertically there, but I'm gonna do still on horizontal surface. Yeah, I won't be like that, fuck off. Oh yeah, we could weld that on the other side to have a clean surface. All right, so yeah, so I'm gonna try to do a second pass on top. I just wanna see how it reacts. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and try a different one with a perpendicular stuff. Oof, no. No, I'm not really a fan of those. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, so new lesson of the day. It's really hard to tack weld aluminum, and I was like pretty much sure that will be happening, but basically if you look here, that's still hot. I tried to tack weld it and it took me a big chunk of material to basically make that work. So I was expecting that, not gonna lie, but that was funny to at least test. So there we go. So from now on, what we're going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to weld the edge there together and have good penetration. That's gonna be the idea. So far, one thing I can say is that the gap is counting for a lot on aluminum. Even on the other side where I did a second pass, I can still see that my weld is a little bit weak. So we had some better pass basically here. That was probably our best stuff right there, with quite a good penetration that is consistent and everything. So the rest, it's okay, not the greatest. So I'm gonna try that. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more current frequency on it again. Hey, there we go. All right, that's helping. So, we're back. Thank you. The butt just let me down. I think now it's the mic that got interference, but anyways. So that didn't weld good at all. It's freaking hard to do that actually. So if we're looking here, basically I dig so many holes and bring so much material down because basically the heat is trying to go up, so therefore it's really going high on the material. So I was able to fuse some spot, but it's not looking great. The first part here is not too bad, but otherwise it's not looking great or anything, so we need to practice that. I tried adding a bit more frequency, seems like it helped a little bit. So I don't know if I'm missing heat at first or something, but basically the moment I get penetration versus the moment basically it's starting to spread way too high is like a matter of a second or so. So it's really hard to get something that works the way I was thinking was going to work. So yeah, I have no clue with that. I'm gonna take another filler rod because I'm out of it. And we're gonna give it another try. To be fair, now that I've seen that, I might be splitting up a weld from the other side and try it again on top here and see how it's going. So let me grab another filler rod. And we're gonna try without actually washing it, just see if it's really worse or if it's working just the same way. Even though it's not the greatest idea because we're already trying to fix one problem, but hey, let's try it. Oh, it's getting cold in here because when the welder is there, is plugged in, I cannot turn on the heat. So yeah, let me check one thing. Am I out of gas? No, I'm not. Okay, perfect. We still have gas because that could have been a problem. All right, let's try that. Loud noise. Nope, the butt is not happy at all. So I'm gonna have to manually do that. That didn't work. Hoi! Besoin de plus qu'une deuxième prise, Jeff. C'est prévu dans les plans, comme je t'avais déjà dit, avec le deuxième panneau électrique et tout, mais j'ai juste pas eu le temps de le faire cet été. What is the action? Oh. I should have put loud. Noise, I mean, and not loud. All right, cool. I can do that with the butt like this. That's working great. There you go. So basically now I figure out something. Yes, Jeff, by the way, no worries. I already thought of you for that. I'm gonna put back the heater a little bit for a few minutes. But yeah, I already thought of you for that, and there was someone else also, can't remember, but oh yeah, Flo's uncle who was willing to maybe give me a help on that. Basically, I need to add a second electrical panel, and once this is going to be installed, I have 60 amp more available. So the entire garage is on, yeah, no, Micah, yes, but like I don't think he's gonna make the trip just for a weekend. But Flo's uncle was willing to give me a help. But basically, I would like to not even like put the wires in the walls, just have some tubes running at the top and having some 220 amp, 220 volts. I mean, because I'm looking for the word. It's not socket, but like. Connection point on the walls, a bit everywhere in the garage. What do you mean BX? Because basically what I want is have in that second panel my air compressor connected directly to that. I want to have that one. I want the heater to go straight to a breaker instead with the thermostat and everything. Take a look at that and make sure everything is in good condition also. Make sure the wires are the proper wires for that. Yeah, 240 volt plug, cable, câble protégé avec gaine de métal. Yep, basically c'est ça. Au fond, passer ça puis avoir deux plugs de 220 de ce côté-là, deux plugs de 220 de ce côté-là, tu sais, à deux endroits différents, plus le compresseur, le heater qui s'en vont direct là. Comme ça, j'aurais un panneau 60 ampères purement dédié à du 220. Puis au fond, en ce moment, j'ai sur le 110, tu sais, c'est ça. Là, j'ai genre mon panneau de breaker, c'est un 50 ampères pour tout le garage, puis j'ai un deuxième câble déjà passé pour du 60 ampères. Bon, ben c'est ça, fait que anyway, rendu là, yes. Easy. So, how did it went for that second one? I'm starting to figure out a few things. First of all, I needed more amp a little bit to start it and then release a little bit the throttle, but more on top of that, I need more frequency. So the frequency did a big difference here. So I'm gonna go on the bench and try to, on the vice grip, and try to break one of the welds. The one that we saw that had a crack in it, I'm gonna see if I can crack it open. If so, we're gonna take that to basically go ahead and weld that again on the other side. And I think yes we can, because it's aluminum. There we go. So that one, and we had good penetration on some of it. We can take a look at the side here. I don't know if it's going to focus on it. Yes, you can see my welds was in some places really well in there. So that's the broken edge. You can see it melted with the actual plate, so that's good, but yeah, easy to break. And basically now that we have a new layer, we're gonna come on here and we're gonna try to weld those two together and see how it's going to weld. So if we can adjust that a little bit, so this way it's gonna give us a chance to make sure that on our cover we're gonna be having a great result. So the idea will be right there, like so and like so. So we're basically just going to start it and make sure everything stick together. It's funny because since it is just aluminum, it's so easy to bend. Just trying to close the gap as much as possible. Might just grab a vice grip, like a C clamp, and press it so it stays in place. Dual side. Oh yeah, no, the cam is broken right now. The vocal command. What time is it? It's already in the 12s. 12:25, holy shit. I want to do that and weld the cover this morning for sure. Depending on what time I'm leaving, I will see if I'm coming back this afternoon, but I think I will. I think. And basically the idea will be to start reassembling more stuff after that, but I want to let it cool down basically. There we go, that will be perfect. Just a little bit too. There we go, boom. Nailed it. There was no tension at all in that. Lol. I was pressing it a little bit too hard. So yeah. We're gonna try to do that, make it work. Come on, stay in place. Just go like that, like this. Just get pressed. That's the only thing we are asking actually. So that you won't move and we're gonna be able to weld. Just like that. Of course I had to touch it. Lol. Not the greatest assembly, and like I said, really hard to actually make a proper tack weld on all that, so honestly not even worth trying it. Feel like this is not all the same height. Let me grab something else here. Have another one that's gonna make our life a bit more easier. There you go. Like so, like so. Then like so. Technical difficulties. We'll be right back soon. I feel that it's a bit springy there. Well, at least we have something that clamps together. At least we're gonna be able to start it this way. All right. So from there, we might even try to make a better ground, just grounding on top here. So you're gonna go like that, right? There we go. That's gonna be a better ground. Here we go, and we're gonna be able to just go ahead and start going straight through that. Perfect. Cool. Itchy nose. So I'm gonna try to put a bit more balance in our welding setup here, just to see how it reacts. Basically, I wanna know if the feeling is gonna change a lot with more balance, because like he was saying, basically it's like the reverse flow of the arc coming back to the tungsten. So you don't wanna go too crazy because you can boil the end of your tungsten, but I'm gonna try it and see how it's going. So let's dive straight into that. Let's go! Hey, there we go. So, how did that work? What is in the way of the cam there? I don't even know what's that. Oh, did we? Wait. There we go. Hey, that's better. So, that worked way better so far. So what I did different this time was a bit more frequency and a bit more balance. The balance did round out our tungsten there. So we boiled the tungsten a little bit. We have like a little bubble at the end of it. So we're gonna be sharpening it again. But otherwise, I feel like the welding is a little bit better there. So I can show it to you actually. And one thing for that might be the ground. We're gonna make sure we're grounding to our cover and not the table also, because I feel like it went in way better. So that one is way better than the big chunky stuff we had there. So far that is a win. So yeah. Had difficulties to start it. We went through at the beginning and everything, so we're gonna address that right after. But so far, it is not too bad. So we're gonna keep going on that. I'm gonna clamp the end here, just so we're making sure it's as close as possible to what it needs to be, like that. There we go. And we're gonna be actually grounding straight on top here. Or even on top there. There you go. So we're gonna be welding that to that other side there. Boop. And we're gonna go through that. So let's sharpen the tungsten again. Make sure everything's straight. And then we're gonna go ahead. Progression. All right, I'm gonna put the loud noise setting. I'm doing crazy stuff. Thank you. You're supposed to be able to do that, Hawk. Why it didn't work? You wonderful new admin with the sword. You're supposed to have it, that's the thing. Let me check. Comments. It was just the VIPs, not the moderator. Lol. Alright, that and exclamation mark voice both should work. Wanna test? So loud and voice. So you were able before. Hey, you just muted me. Hey, you just unmuted me. Let's go. I have a model doing some works here. Let's go. We love that. Woohoo! Alright, so I can ask. Thank you, thank you. All right, so now I was about to say, I can ask Huck, my wonderful muds, can you please mute me while I'm gonna be sharpening that tungsten, please? Yay! Hey, she noticed when she could. Go ahead, let's go. Thank you, Hawk. Appreciate that. If it was not about the welding, it's working fine with the voice command usually, but the welding on the TIG welder is just messing up so much stuff. You're the best. All right. Whew. It's quite intense to learn how to do some aluminum, to be fair. Way harder than anything else we've done so far, but we're gonna get there. So I'm gonna start the welder and we're gonna try to do another pass on that, making sure that we try to move all the way around. So frequency, we reduce the balance, should be good. So you are allowed to mute me now. Thank you, Hawk. All right, that was a way better try. I had difficulties at first. Something was not working the way I was expecting it to work, but the position I was in was not the greatest too. So basically what I did is reposition myself and I successfully did something there. So basically, I'm gonna go at the front. It's gonna be easier to show on that other cam. It's a bit more quality, so it's hot. All right, so there we go. So basically, on the top here, that big smudge at the center, that was just after I started welding again. It's super hot, oh my God. So when I started welding again, I put too much heat, had a hole, had to cover that. But after that, I managed to do something that was pretty decent, I feel like. I have penetration. It's not perfect, but I have penetration and everything. And basically what I did, I was pulsing by myself on the pedal and just like putting heat at this at this side here, right on top of my finger. I was pretty much going with like welding, releasing, applying more heat, releasing, heat, release, and every time I was adding filler rod, so it was creating a puddle, and I was basically, when pressing the throttle, I was just basically like going on and putting that puddle deep in the material. So I had a really solid one there, and I feel like it is, yeah, it seems pretty solid and everything. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna try the same technique, but on the other side here. I'm gonna go cool it down first. I'm gonna throw it in the snow basically and clean it again right after. So I cannot go through there. I just want to start it again on cold aluminum and not hot aluminum. So let's try that. Pump, 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 pump. Hey, hey. There we go. So now it's all clean there. I'm gonna take the nozzle. I need another filler rod. We're going through so much more filler rod than we used to with only the steel one, but that's normal because it's like melting so fast. Are we low on air? Oh yeah. So we're gonna clean that up all over again. Gonna wipe it. And we're gonna try that all over again with cold aluminum, because our cover is gonna be cold and I wanna see how good it is working with that or not. But honestly, the frequency, that helped so much. That was like a game changer right there. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna try that first. I feel like I might be able to even put a touch more frequency just to make sure I'm really aiming at that corner right there. So yeah, I'm gonna actually warm it up just a touch, just to melt the water with torch. Come on. You're not empty. I know you're not. I just want to make sure it's dry. Ouch, it is already too hot. Shit! I'm gonna blow air on it, so we're gonna be good. Just want it to be slightly warm. Alright, cool down, motherfucker. It's almost good. Who's starting to be hungry now? We're gonna have to move forward. Alright, it's almost like it's just a touch warmer than the cover will be, so that's pretty good. Let's do that like this, I guess. We're gonna try to get us in a better position than we were at the beginning of the other one. We're not going to start where we stop. We're going to start somewhere else. I feel like what's not helping us is that. All right, there we go. There we go, that's not bad. We're gonna start basically over there. Hey, what's up, Billbuck? So far, I was saying not true. At first, when I sharpened my first tungsten, well, the same we're using, I used the same spot on the disc as the other ones. I contaminated it with steel, so damaged the first one on the first try, but after that, pretty much none. Like I rounded one up because I put too much balance on the welder, which means we got basically the tungsten to boil a little bit. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. But the welds are a little bit. Nah, yeah, sure. Doesn't matter. I'm like, I don't think it's affecting me as much as I thought it would, so I'm pretty okay with that. That's what we were looking for, a brand new filler rod. Right, what I'm thinking is that we're gonna finish that, then I'm gonna go for a pause, and then this afternoon, because we're gonna have preparation and stuff to do, I think this afternoon the cover is gonna be our project of the day. So let's try that. Honestly, aluminum is way harder than steel. I feel like I have, at least for me, I have more difficulties with it so far, but it is quite fun. It is different the way it melts and everything. All right, Hawk, you ready? Let's go. Let's go! That was a solid one. Oh shit, alright, we went too hot at the end there. I basically destroyed the backside of it. Oh shit, yeah, that's true, Bill Buck. I don't think, not yet. I think I need way more practice. Like I've started that a month ago, did a week of it, then that's the first time this morning doing aluminum. I need way more practice than that, but I could see myself in a quite near future get something out of it. Oh shit, that one, Jeff, you're gonna be proud of me. I'm gonna hide the back section there, but that one is way better. So with it, the section over here, there you go. Pretty cool. The only thing is I destroyed that corner. That corner at the end, I went way too hot on it. But I don't know, is that or maybe it was the actual C-clamp. So I'm not sure. C'est quoi une botteuse pour l'alu? Je suis pas sûr de savoir c'est quoi. Donc, je vais guesser que non. All right, so frequency was the thing here. I upped my frequency by almost 30-40% compared to when we begin with, what we begin with, and now it feels great. The penetration, everything is there. That's good. Bit of deformation when looking at from a top, but that's because I was applying quite a lot of pressure. Hey Siphon, what's up? Heat don't dissipate. C'est ça une botteuse ou non? Une scie pour couper le métal, mais pas un 10 comme un buffer. Non, non, j'ai pas ça. J'aimerais m'équiper de ça. Il y en a un setup quand même cool, Bill Buck, qui, au fond, tu peux l'utiliser avec comme une Milwaukee, que c'est un adapteur avec un bras. T'as Milwaukee, t'as d'autres compagnies, tout ça, puis qui te permet de couper. C'est comme une scie à ruban, au fond, ce que tu parles, là, qui roule légèrement, genre qui roule plus lentement, puis avec du lube qui descend dessus, right? Si c'est ça que tu parles, je regarde tranquillement pour ça. C'est l'espace qui me manque un peu pour avoir une full size. Il y en a une à Trois-Rivières à 400$ que je regarde depuis 2 semaines. Ok, je savais pas qu'il faisait en modèle 6 rondes. Pour vrai, si tu veux, envoie-moi ça en privé sur Discord. Je serais vraiment d'âme de voir ça. J'ai jamais vu ça. Je sais qu'il y en a qui convertissent des scies à ruban full size pour le bois avec une lame à métal dedans, puis que ça marche plutôt bien aussi. Puis tu peux juste lubrifier avec du savon au fond de ta lame avant de commencer à couper. Puis vu que tu as vraiment longue lame, elle surchauffe pas. By the way, welcome Siphon to the first garage stream you're seeing, I think. So welcome by. I bet that you overslept a little today. I even called it out a little bit earlier because I was like, it was like 4 a.m. when he went to bed. Of course it did. Ah shit, c'est très cool ça. Très très cool. Oh, you went to bed at 6. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Mais oui, Billbot, pour de vrai, je serais super down. Pour vrai, j'ai vraiment du fun à faire ça. Tu sais, inox, c'est le bois, tout ça. Travailler le métal, pour moi, c'est vraiment le truc. I have a bit of undercut on that one. Ways to die. Dumb ways to die. Yeah, at the end, I had a bit too much heat and undercut, but it is a pretty neat weld there. So, frequency is doing a lot. Hey, what's up? Oh,
Oakfan 726. Cheerdix 200. Cœur étincelant, cœur étincelant.
Cœur étincelant, let's go! Thank you, Hawk, for the 200 BDs. I appreciate that. But keep those for Friday night when BitBot's gonna be back. Dun, dun, dun. Because yeah guys, Bill Buck, if you were not there last Friday, I played some Tarkov and basically added BitBot to it. Oh my god, it was funny. Like doing 360 Mac dump and stuff like that is quite the best. There was not that much. There's a lot of people still having stuff in their inventory, so we're gonna have to work on that and using those. That's good, Hawk. That's perfect. Cœur étincelant. All right. So here we are. Pretty happy with that. What I might be ending up doing. That's nice. Minecraft. Yeah. He was at 20K, I think. Your channel point, she's asking. All right, so here. Here we have a really close gap here that's looking pretty great. What we're gonna do, guys, it's 1 a.m. right now. I'm gonna go for a break and I'm gonna be back a bit later. I won't say 2 but maybe in between 2 and 3. We're gonna do one more pass in here to warm ourselves up, so that plate's gonna cool down in the meantime and everything, and then we're gonna prepare our cover. Cause yeah, Bill Buck, if you don't know why we're doing that, is because we basically have that cover for the front of our engine, and what's going on is that we need to add that cap right here, that bung 10 AN fitting on top of it right there, because this is going to be the oil return for the turbo, and basically I could buy a front cover that already has one there and one on the other side there. Yeah, a used one, so that's gonna be funny, but basically if I was buying one, it will cost me like $200, so it's worth a try since we have the welder and everything to use that. Basically we already had to hack a little bit here and here to clear the front oil pump, because we are having more thickness, higher volume oil pump, plus it is with a double roller, so basically we already had to modify that. If I'm buying the one at $200, I will need to do the exact same thing, so might as well try that on it. Start setting it in the oven. You think so? Because people said that those front cover, you don't need to heat them up at all to weld on it, and we're not talking even brand new. We just need to really clean the top here, but there's quite a lot of thickness and material there. So yeah, so you think I should preheat it? Because people are saying we are supposed to be good. And when I'm saying that, like, I've read about that modification being performed, and people are just like, throw it straight at it, there's no big deal. It's working pretty well. That and that, going there. So yeah, so that's gonna be the idea this afternoon, because if I'm about to fuck it up, might as well fuck it up on that, than a brand new one at $200, right? So that's gonna be the idea. We're gonna be welding a bung this afternoon for the oil return. So yep, pretty much that. Let's throw that away for now. And on this, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm hungry. Oh, wait, Billbug just answered. Let's see that first. Only it's because oil get onto the metal, heating it make the oil go out. So when you weld it, you heat up and mix oil with. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That means the only thing I'm not really happy about that is that I have to remove my brand new main seal at the front, and I'm feeling like I might damage it removing it, but might give it a try, yeah. because I need to basically remove that seal, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna damage it, and I don't really want to. And I don't want to set that in the oven because it's not really made to be heating up as much, so we'll see. I might try it like that. Damage a seal or leak on the turbo. True. I feel like I'm confident with just brushing that like a hardcore things and then sending it for the weld. I don't know why. I have the feeling it will work, but you're probably right. We'll see. Yeah, I might remove that this afternoon and when you say starting it in the oven, do you mean like just putting that like at, I don't know, 200 and leave it there for 15 minutes, then removing it, let it cool down, then weld? Or I need to do that just prior to welding on it? Because that's gonna change when I'm doing the hole and everything to fit the bung in there. That's a big point right there. Heat, clean, repeat if needed. We'll see. I want to take a Scorch Brite right there and try to just clean it on the corner just for fun. Because basically it's a place that sees oil at the back, but we're welding the front and it's not supposed to see any oil at the front there. Technically, it's an old engine, so we don't know. Trying to see if there procedure I can find. Perfect. There we go. I'm just trying to brush that because basically I need that to be done before putting that on the engine, and that's the next step we have pretty much, because after that we're fitting the oil pan and the bottom's gonna be done. So yeah, cast iron is something quite intense. You need to heat it up well, then basically leave it in some matte, like leather, stuff like that, to keep the heat. It needs to cool down really slowly. So in blankets and stuff like that, just to make sure. Get over here! Because yeah, so far I can clean that up pretty well there. So I went from something like that to this, so it's really quite clean, to be fair. We will see. I will clean both sides, but I feel like by just scratching it, because I already remove a layer of steel at the back to clear at first the bolts, but in the end we didn't really need to do that because we're gonna be drilling a hole through there. So yeah, we'll see. Send me that on Discord if you find it. I really need to go eat something because I'm low energy now. It's been a wild morning. So on this, guys, I'm gonna see you in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna try to be back at around 2.5 just so we can keep going. Goal of the day, finishing that, so tomorrow we can make a huge push on the engine. So I'll see you there in 2 hours. Bye bye.